Hey, it's Dougie Wood, and in this video I'm going to show you the best practices around creating SharePoint folders. To do this, I'm going to use a common use case, which is around human resources as a department SharePoint site. Now, quite often what you tend to find in SharePoint is that human resources want to create a document library space with folders for each of the individual employees. Then what they'll do is share that folder with that employee, and I'm going to show you how to create that folder, how to color coordinate, and even how to share that with individual employees. So I'm going to start off by looking at my human resources site. And now I could add a link to my documents across the top if I wanted to, but if you don't have that, what you can do is click on the cog, then you can click on site contents, which will take you to the contents area of your SharePoint site, allowing you to see what content has already been created. Now I've got my default documents library here, which is where I'm going to store my documents. So I'm going to click on that, and that's going to take me to a blank document library. Now, to create a new folder is really simple. We just click on the new button across the top, and then we've got a few options here of things that we can create, including folder, Word documents, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, Visio, Clipchamp videos, and even links. So if we wanted to hyperlink to something, so that could be, say, for example, if we wanted to provide a link inside a folder to something that's a useful resource related to employees or things like that, we can do that using this link. Now I'm going to click on folder. Now, what I would typically do when I'm starting to create this folder is, or this folder structure, I should say, is I would create a folder template first. So I'm going to call this my employee folder template. And this is going to have all the things inside of it that I'm going to store against that particular employee, but I'm using it as a folder template, so I can reuse it to create one for each of the employees of my company. Now, to color code is really simple. We can't actually customize it in terms of adding our own colors, but you can choose whichever colors you like from this palette. Now, I'm just going to use a stock folder color for now for this, and then click on create. Now, this shows now I've just got a simple folder, but I want to have some subfolders. Now, if I click into that, you'll see now it goes blank again. There's nothing here because now I'm inside of that employee folder template. Now, I can always go back to the top layer by using this kind of what they call breadcrumb navigation, which helps you move around, which gets really useful, especially when you've got a few subfolders deep. Now, I would recommend when you're creating subfolders that you don't go more than, say, 3 folders deep, because it starts getting way too deep and very complicated and hard to move around inside of that folder area. So now I'm going to create some subfolders for what I would use to sort of class each of my employees with. So I'm going to say folder, and this is where I'm going to store CVs. I'm going to say folder, and this is going to be any kind of certifications, for example. And again, we can color code this, so we can choose different colors if we wanted to. Maybe we're going to have anything which is like personal development. Awards, maybe warnings, whatever it is that we want to store against each of our employees. But now we've got, you can see here, color coordinated folders in a folder structure. Now, if I wanted to use this as my template, there's no kind of templating option inside of the folders, other than I can go back, select it, and use this copy to button up here to copy this folder back inside of this same library. So I can, I'm not going to move it anywhere. I want it inside this library. I'm going to click on copy here. And then what this will do is it will then make a copy of the folder structure. All I would then need to do is rename it. So I can select it up here, click on rename, and then give it the employee name. So I'm going to say this is Dougie Wood, and update. Then I'm going to copy this again and make a couple more for different employees, like so. Rename. Jane Smith. Maybe I can color code mine. I actually quite like the color green, so I'm going to choose a nice green color. There we go. And then maybe do one more. and rename. Whoops. There we go. And there we go. So now we've got multiple kind of folders. Now, the cool thing about this now, if I click into any of these employees, they've then got all this template automatically added into it because I copied that folder, which copies all the substructure and the subfolders underneath it. It's worth mentioning, though, that is just a copy at that point in time. If I was to then change that folder template at any point in time, that's not going to reflect in any of the employee folders that I've then created. It's then dead simple. If I wanted to then share this folder with an employee, I can select the folder across the top up here, then click on share, type in that employee's name, select them, even put a little message, and then click on send, and that will then send them a link to their employee folder. Of course, with SharePoint, we can take this further if we wanted to. We could lock down individual folders to individual employees. We could open it up so only the employee and their line manager have access to it. And that goes into a little bit more granular kind of SharePoint folder level permissions. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe to my channel. If you need any professional assistance setting up your SharePoint folders, you can contact me via the link in the bio of my channel. Go and check out the rest of the videos on my YouTube. There's loads of fantastic content about how to create and update different SharePoint components and intranets. And if you have any questions at all, use the comments feed below.